The riffs are too repetitive, the lyrics make no sense. All the songs are B-sides and the cover art's a mess. There's so much here to tear apart. Listen to it for a week, now that week has passed. It's Why I Hate This Album podcast with Tim and Garrett.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Why I Hate This Album. I am, of course, one of your hosts, Garrett Harvey. Not with me, as usual, Timothy Richardson. Tim is currently sleeping off his excessive holiday celebrating this year, and quite a holiday it was. But, as promised last week, I am here to bring you the second half of our annual ICPissmas, or ICPmas, depending on where you grew up, celebration, and we do it this year the way we do every single year with a brand new ICP album. What album? Well, if you listened to last week, and if you didn't, and you're listening to this, you're a real psychopath. Go back, listen to the first half. I'm here to give you the second half of our Yum Yum Bedlam ICPissmas episode. Now, folks, what you're about to hear is the back half of a 3+ hour podcast episode that we were kind enough to split into 2 episodes and edit down into a format that resembles a conversation, because you're about to hear 6 through 17 of this album. And as we get to the latter half, there's more singing, there's a lot more shouting, and at a certain point you can hear the album defeat us and we flat out just give up. And be sure to listen to the end, because track 17 might be the best, or at least weirdest song on the entire album, and you don't want to miss it. So we hope you enjoy. We're going to pick right up at track number 6, Insane Clown Posse's Yum Yum Bedlam. Track number 6, Queens.
Control who steers, who knows all your biggest fears, who always listens to your rants and really cares.
Well, now this song, inexplicably, is sort of a behind every successful discharged dripping clown is a supportive bitch.
Oof.
Their words, not mine.
Indeed. This is as close to female empowerment for a juggalo as we're ever gonna get.
Right, it's an adorably misogynistic celebration of women.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. According to Violent J, in a Detroit News article, Yum Yum Bedlam is, quote, a very personal album that was at least primarily inspired by his relationship with ex-girlfriend Blase Rose.
I think it's pronounced Blaze.
Really? Blaze? It ends with a Y.
Yeah, I know.
Why would it be Blaze?
I don't know, man. I don't make the rules for this.
I think it's Blase.
Okay.
Blaze? I think they were combining Blase and Rose to make Blaze.
Yeah.
Blah-O's.
Well, we start out with a little domestic violence skit.
Oh, right. That's right. So, and honestly, I don't understand what one has to do with the other. Is it
I think
a cautionary tale not to abuse women?
No. I think what he's saying is most women are terrible. Most of them. Almost all of them. Like, let's say 99.983% mathematically are terrible. Again, his words, not mine.
Okay.
However, occasionally, there's a really special bitch. And when you find that really special bitch, you should hold on to her, because again, 99.983% of bitches suck.
Interesting. So, okay, and listen, I want to believe you. I want to support you. I do nothing on this show if not try to lift you up. But you're going to have to convince me, what makes you think he is speaking only of particular women versus women as a whole?
Oh, well, because we can get into it in the lyrics.
Well, so let's set the table. We are greeted with this skit, as you mentioned. We hear, luckily, kind of in the distance, a very angry man. Fuck, come home and work all goddamn day. Come home, there ain't no fucking hot food on my plate. Sets the table, right? What the fuck? Now you're goddamn crying, always fucking crying. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they don't like rednecks, is something that I guess we don't say enough on this show. ICP, not a fan of rednecks.
Yeah. Now, Tim, based on where we are located and mostly grew up, with the exception of the 14-ish years that you were overseas, do you think we are somewhat immune to the redneck?
No.
I feel like we've got redneck tolerance. Like, I don't, of the pantheon of people that really irritate me, rednecks,
I mean, yeah, they're
low.
on the list.
Juggalo's pretty close.
Yeah, of the two, I would prefer redneck over juggalo, but I could do without both.
Anywho, the actual song itself is mostly comprised of them giving multiple examples of why women are great.
Yes, but it starts out with after the wretched betrayal.
Oh.
Right? He's not saying all women are great. He's saying some women are great. A lot of them will betray you because they're bitches.
I see. Interesting. See, I read that as he betrayed her and she still took him back. But I like your reading hating much more. So after, some women, again, to use the parlance of the album, are bitches. Well, bad bitches. Wait, not bad, good, but
it's
some
confusing.
Women will betray, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a vernacular that seems to kind of fold in on itself. It's a bit of an inception problem, but geometric words aside, there are some women that will betray you, but there are great women or bitches out there, and they will support you. Be the wind beneath your sail, the queen, if you will. When you lose control, who steers? Who knows all your biggest fears? Who always listens to your rants and really cares? Queens.
Yeah. Who's always worried when you're pissed? When the mugshot is who she miss? Who's screaming no when you want to slice your wrist? Queens. Who knows how...
Wait a minute now. Everything up to this point was kind of like, oh, you had a bad day at work. Maybe your last girlfriend's kind of a psycho.
Yeah, I think it continues along that theme with the wrist slitting.
But it does not, because then she's preventing your suicide, and you shouldn't put that on anyone, except for a trained professional. Reach out if you are having negative thoughts.
Who knows how broke you really are? What kind of joke you really are? Who always treats you like a super fucking star? Queens.
Great. We love women. But the chorus, Tim. She's shiny. What? What's happening now? Yeah, that's who you should be kind to. You should. Without her, there's no shine to you. No shine, bitch.
Right. And I mean, all that's true. I think...
Yeah, you know what? We don't even need a comment.
Yeah.
Pretty self-explanatory.
But
she's shiny.
Then, Garrett, all the flowers she planted in the backyard all died when she went away. All the flowers that she planted in the backyard, the stems dried up and the petals decayed.
Now, this is my mind-numbing sounds like of the week.
Are you going to say Prince's Nothing Compares to You? Because that's what his lyrics are stolen from.
Yeah, but it's not delivered that way at all.
No, but the lyrics are stolen almost directly from that.
Almost word for word. Yeah, but I mean, just the way it's delivered, I think it might be a Daft Punk song. It doesn't matter. But I will say, I apologize, I skated right over it. It's almost word for word, but again, I'll use this word, interpolation of Nothing Compares to You. Like, why?
I don't know. Again, okay. Because you've got that great shiny chorus. You don't need this part of it.
The song continues. We get another brief glimpse at this terrible relationship. I'm not going to read it. Who cares? But they keep listing things about women. Who's stronger than a man? The only one you know who can, who rescues you again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Who's sexy, hot as hell? Whose inside smokes her outer shell? Whose love will warm you for a captivating spell? Queens. Can I back up? Who's sexy, hot as hell? Okay. Whose inside smokes her outer shell?
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard people say that.
It must be a regional thing. What? Oh, God. Yeah. I'll bet her organs are just melting her inside.
Yeah, it's far too warm. Let me read a couple of other songs, Garrett. She's got everything delightful. She's got everything I need. Takes the wheel when I'm seeing double. Pays my tickets when I speed. Up on Cripple Creek, she sends me. If I spring a leak, she mends me. I don't have to speak. She defends me. A drunkard's dream, if I ever did see one. I predict Queens will have the staying power of both of those songs.
God, I hope so. I used to really like that song. Anyway, we repeat that she's shiny. And again, that's so obvious and crystal clear. We're not even going to touch the lyrics there. Obviously, she's shiny, and that's the shine behind you, and that's who you should be kind to, because without her, Tim, there's no shine.
Yes. Before we move on to the next song, Garrett, we have not had a song worthy of the opinions of either of these individuals in a while. But this song, I called both of them, Garrett. This gets both the Jeff Goldblum and the Lena Dunham seal of approval. Lena seemed...
My goodness, Tim. We may have to bleep part of that. Okay. Either the person or the activity.
Well, that makes it sound way worse if we bleeped it.
Exactly.
Track number 7, Panic Attack.
Get my cannon, I couldn't breathe the other night. I don't recall just what I fear, but do recall the feel of fright.
Well, this is really unusual for an ICP album.
Yeah, it starts off with like a bad rephrasing of a half-remembered TED Talk watched while kinda drunk.
Yeah, Shaggy hits us with a definition of what a panic attack is, and I want to note, Tim, he sounds like a completely normal human being.
Yes. Yeah, it's almost, you can't hear the clown makeup.
No, not at all.
Well,
he says.
I can, but
sure,
you gotta
you're a trained
really
professional.
Listen, yeah.
Yeah. Also, you turn it up very loud. Dangerously loud. Anyway, it opens with a spoken word definition. Say you're walking down the train tracks. You turn around, and there's a train barreling at you, only feet from you. Your brain would then flush a chemical throughout your body of fear and panic. What's happening to you with your panic attacks is at completely random times, your brain is releasing that chemical throughout your body. You're suddenly in a complete state of panic for no apparent reason. Well, thanks for setting the table, Shags. Now we all at least know we're working from the same base definition.
Yeah.
Odd for a song. I'm trying to think who else does this. Well, White Stripes, Acorns. Who else just throws random shit like this in?
T.S. Eliot.
No, I don't think he had any albums.
He had poems.
Sure. I don't think you know what I'm asking. Anyway, the lyrics are then delivered in a frantic, if not harried manner. He says, I'm glad I won't be home too late to chill and wind and marinate. Fix myself a fucking steak, but half asleep I drop the plate. I'd rather I make that mistake at home than on the interstate. I'm lucky, my fate's been great. Okay, so this guy's having panic attacks. He knows he is, and he is concerned that he will be gripped with a panic attack while driving his car, much like that of a seizure, and cause him to pull into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, which is something that could cause a panic attack.
Boy, talk about a snake eating its own tail. Anyway, song continues. Shit, have things been going kinda tight, and for a change, it's going right. Been feeling like I'm beaming bright. Can even fly and even might. Depression meet my healing light. Even demons scream in fright. Think I can reach new heights. So he's having panic attacks, Tim, but it sounds like he might have turned a corner, and for once, we're getting a positive song from these clowns.
Absolutely. We always get one. At least one. Every album.
At least one.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, and then you get, he knows that he's pushing it. He doesn't want to go too far. The song goes, don't go overboard, because you know the world is crazy. Fuck going overboard. It takes everything you got. Never go overboard. You know the fucking world is crazy. Fuck going overboard. No, it don't take a lot to make a brain pop. Seems like he's got a lot of experience in excess.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And also, like, this is all being delivered over guitar and drums, just to be clear, which is unusual.
Yeah, there's music.
Coolin' it, schoolin' it shit, so why the fuck am I having a fucking panic attack? Damn it. So he's still having them. In a world of human All right, I'm gonna read this and then we're gonna circle back, because it's odd. Coolin' it, schoolin' it shit, so why the fuck am I having a fucking panic attack? In a world of human wreckage, I'm maxin' relaxin'. Tell me why I'm having a fucking panic attack in a world of human wreckage. Tim, again, I have to ask, why are we getting lyrics lifted directly from Plowed by Sponge?
Because they can?
I think he just might have moved into one of their houses. I think Plowed by Sponge is in their house. Well, Sponge, I guess, by the creators of Plowed. Also, I'm assuming Maxin' Relaxin' is a Fresh Prince theme song reference.
I assume that used to be a more common phrase.
Let's bring it back. Bring it back, Gino.
No.
Maxin' Relaxin'.
He is
Can
in
we
a
bring
cheese
back
coma.
Maxin'? Oh, yeah, he is in a cheese coma. Maybe Maxin' Relaxin's too long. Maybe just Maxin'. Hey, what you up to? Just Maxin'. Straight Maxin'. I like it. You seem skeptical.
How about a Max Raxon?
Why do I talk to you? Circling back around to the Plowed by Sponge lyrics, particularly, in a world of human wreckage, is repeated a number of times. It is, of course, lifted from the song Plowed by Sponge for some reason. Don't know why. And then Professor Two Dope comes back into the song to explain how to deal with a panic attack.
Absolutely. But it's more like TED Talky kind of advice here.
Yes. Borderline kind of 1950s instructional video. He says, first of all, keep in mind you're completely stricken with panic and fear, so there isn't much that's going to be very comforting to you. However, there are techniques if you remember to try to use them during a moment of utter chaos in your brain. You could tighten your butt cheeks, release them, tighten, and release again. This reduces tension throughout the body.
You know, I tried this advice earlier. It didn't work well.
Well, I mean, I don't want to embarrass you here on the show, Tim. Never would I want to do that, but you did pass gas. I would vote relaxed.
My insides are still
Or were those spiteful flatulence? Back to the song. Okay, alone I sit. I see my phone is lit, but if I pick it up in my gut, I'll throw a fit. Why am I a hoe and shit, scared to say hello and spit? Am I becoming a bitch? Tim, this is very common, and unfortunately, it's only as you pointed out, a self-feeding snake. I don't think that's how that's said, but the more concerned he gets, the worse it's going to be, and he's beginning to doubt himself, lose self-confidence, and it's only causing more panic attacks.
Yeah, and that happens.
I mean, he kind of continues down that road. He says, I died tonight, my mind's in a maniacal fight, and soon the fear of having one would lead to having one while my sanity ain't having none, but then I had to laugh because my brain is rabid, man, I'm done. I'm so bad, I'm grabbing my gun. God, this is borderline I am the very model of a modern major general.
The interesting thing is because there's more advice after that, which basically negates all the previous advice.
Well, I think the first two might have been from a book, and then the third one is just kind of like, it's a lot less comforting, I'll say that.
Yes, Joe Utz says,
Dr. Two Dope.
Since you understand what's actually happening in your brain when you have a panic attack, I'm sure you feel better equipped to handle one next time one occurs. However, when your body is flushed with absolute horror, it doesn't matter what you understand. Nothing relieves it. Nothing releases you from its clutch. Eventually, your fear of having a panic attack can actually cause you to have a panic attack. I believe I said that already. Yeah, so...
I believe they said that already.
Fair enough. And then, what happens, Garrett? How does this song end?
Well, the end of the song is, bored in the evening just watching television. All of a sudden, all around my neck feel an incision. All emotions I had died in a fatal collision. Is this intermission or the decision? What the fuck is this? So, yet another song that we're doing here on this show somehow ends in what I'm going to call accidental suicide or possibly possessed suicide. He seems surprised by what's even happening in the moment.
Accidenticide.
Love it. Again, reach out, seek help.
Well, you can if it's an accident.
Not going to have this conversation with you.
It's on you before you know it. It's not your fault. Okay.
Insensitive. So the song ends proper with a skit, kind of, sampled from Richard Cheese's cover of ICP's 1999 single, Fuck the World. And I gotta say, Tim, I love it.
Yeah, I'm a real big fan of Richard Cheese and Lounge Against the Machine.
All of his covers are so good. So it's, the song is ridiculous. The lyrics are fuck you, fuck me, fuck us, fuck Tom, fuck Mary, fuck Gus, fuck the West Coast, and fuck everybody on the East. Eat shit and die, or fuck off at least. Fuck preschoolers, fuck rulers, kings and queens and gold jewelers, fuck wine coolers. But it's delivered like Robert Goulet. So it's fuck you, fuck me, fuck us, fuck Tom, fuck Mary, fuck Gus. I could do this all day, but I won't because it's not very good. But it is fun. I highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
Tim, I loved it.
Yeah.
Another reason I just can't hate this album yet, and we are at the halfway mark. My God.
Almost.
God, you're right. I can't do math. That's the first thing to go. Track number 8, Fuck Regret.
No regretting, beating ourselves up over past mistakes. Regrets are bastard snakes infecting brains.
Opens with what will unfortunately become a very consistent European police siren.
Yeah, it was apparently supposed to be the concept of this album, possibly, or a secondary concept. Violent J, or Joe Bruce, said, the new album has a big message, and that's fuck regret. What is regret, anyway? You sit there and beat yourself up over some shit? You're the judge and jury over yourself. Why are you gonna sentence yourself to something harsh? Let yourself go free. I made epic mistakes in my life, huge ones. I'm done kicking my ass over that. And if somebody can't forgive me for it, then I don't need to be around that person. Regret is the devil's favorite tool. It's an awful thing because there's nothing you can do about it. You can't go back and change it, so why are you regretting it? Now, let me ask you this. Does that message conflict with every single other message these guys have ever given us about the Dark Carnival and the cosmic beings and the Bang Pow Booms and the Yum Yum Bedlams and the Jekyll Brothers and the fire and the death and the juggling of heads?
Well,
the punishment for the sin, if you will.
Sure. Consequences for your actions, etc., etc.
Fuck it.
Well, maybe let me counter. It's good point. Valid. But have you thought about this? She's shiny.
I hadn't.
Well, chew on that for a bit, fuckface. All right. Now, Tim, this is fascinating because I think that this song and the quote you just read has two interesting facts. One, regret is the devil's favorite tool. It's an awful thing. I think that these guys are vaguely Christ-loving. But the other thing that I find very interesting is that of all the things that a juggalo, specifically these founding members of the Church or House of Low, might regret, maybe. What do you think the biggest thing that in their dark moments of quiet where they say, God, if I could just change like one thing about my career, what do you think maybe that one thing would be they wish they had not done? And I'll give you a hint. I think it's arguably the one thing they had to do, unfortunately for them, but it's probably the one thing they do in fact regret and are probably tired of asking or answering the question, do you ever regret doing this?
Creating the monster army?
No, you're being far too macro in your thinking. You got to think logistically.
Painting their face.
There it is.
Should have just got it tattooed. Apparently white tattoos are a thing.
Yeah. So, God, folks, we bring it up every ICP-mas, but I'm going to bring it up again. There is a man out there slowly having a full-on juggalo tattoo removed from his face. And God love him. He's sharing the entire experience, and it's very interesting. But the truth is, and I hope he never hears this, because he is turning his life around, or trying to at least, but the God's honest truth is, that's never going away. It is jet black on his face. I don't care how many times you put a laser on there. You're going to get cancer before that comes off.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're nail on the head, Tim. I think this song is at least vaguely alluding to, no, I don't have any fucking regrets. Yes, I know I have to put the paint on all the time. Sure, even when I go in for surgery and take a photo for social media, I have to have somebody put all the goddamn paint on. That's a thing I found this year. They literally put the paint on in the hospital. But I don't regret it. No regrets, bro. No regrets. Whoop, whoop. Song goes, yo, ninja, give them wicked clowns some eardrums. 4 minutes, dude. We got some shit to spit, and if you dig it, say fuck that shit too. I'm speaking on regret and beating ourselves up over the past. Pretty much exactly what you referenced in the quote there, Tim.
Yeah.
But here's the interesting thing to me. These are not the sentiments of the sinister clowns you and I have come to know and somewhat despise. These are the thoughts of a man who recently faced his own mortality.
Oh yeah, this was another diabetes scare.
I think this might be an AFib scare.
Ooh, oh no.
Well, I mean...
Well, actually, you know what? The panic attack, they might have mistook AFib for a panic attack.
Doc, I think I'm dying. You're gonna be fine, Jay. Oh, my chest is so tight and it feels like my heart is beating 1,000 miles a minute. No, it's just a panic attack. Pull over, you're gonna be fine. Yeah, it's like half my heart's beating in one direction and the other half's kind of pulling the other. Oh. It's not okay, all that stuff I said earlier, it is not a panic attack. Get here. Your heart could begin tearing or has likely been tearing for some time. Please get here. If anybody's confused, Violet J definitely has AFib, but he's doing great. Song continues. No regrets on spitting that. Hose regrets skipping the track. Regrets are poltergeist to the brain. Satanic attack. Again, seems to be alluding repeatedly to Satan specifically, which is odd given all the dark carnival stuff, but I think it does stand to reason that occasionally they let their deep-seated roots of Christianity slip out. Let's see. Fuck looking back, let's look ahead. Came from whack to fresh instead. My life was something to dread. Now it's better than hooker head. And Tim, this is something I've never given a lot of thought to, but when placed in front of me, I certainly did consider it. It's odd. If I want to, all right, let people in a little bit. From time to time, I like to exercise, and from time to time, I find myself particularly sore. And so I go to a masseuse to get a massage.
Oh my God.
No.
Just don't admit to any crimes, please.
I realize now where you think this is going. Just bear with me. It's not an all the time thing, but occasionally I will get a massage. My point is, in those occasions, Tim, I don't ask you, well, for a number of reasons, I don't ask you to get me a rub down, but let's use the royal you here. I go to a professional. This line made me think hookers, prostitutes, nay, working women of the evening and men are probably the best at the sex acts because they do it for a living.
Yeah, but they're so tired of doing them.
That's the big question. Is it they're so good at it that it doesn't matter? Or, like most people in their dead-end job, and let's face it, is there more of a dead-end job than streetwalker? I don't think so. Lot lizard, I guess. At least on the street, you get, street. Lot, you're just trapped in that parking lot.
Which one gets healthcare?
Whisks you away. I think some gas stations will have sort of like it's like a contractor healthcare situation. I don't know. It might be through the fuel companies. It's not clear with the lot lizards. But anyway, if you're out on the streets, it's straight streets, Tim.
Okay, that makes sense.
No healthcare. Yeah. That's why you have to join up with a pimp. Then you can get healthcare benefits, 401k, that whole thing. Otherwise, I don't know what they're paying into. Anyway, what do you think here, Tim? Do you think that they are graded down by the monotony of their job? Or do you think that they are still probably light years better than the rest of us because they do it at a ratio of 10 to 1?
Well, I imagine it depends on the length of time they have been performing any given sex act. I assume that there's sort of a bell curve where at the beginning they're not that good at it, but as they gain experience, they improve.
Sure.
And then as they've done it too much, they start to go back down again when they start to get tired of it.
Again, much like the American workforce.
Yeah.
All right, song continues. Now you're posted at your mama's place, roasted in a china. Oh, okay, hold on now.
Yeah, you're getting to something fun.
All right, so the song goes, real time. Baby, no cassette. You can't rewind or forward shit. Ain't no pause to this life of yours, but you can always hit eject. So that little metaphor is, you can't speed it up, you can't slow it down, but if you get sick enough of the rhyme, you can always kill yourself.
Yes, it's a pro-suicide song.
God damn it. Song continues. Now you're posted at your mama's place, roasted in a china vase. With your roasted, she don't mind the space. A toast to your vagina face.
Yes, now this made me so happy because they too have been to Fort Worth. They know about Quincy.
Yeah, and for anybody who's not in on the joke, first of all, welcome to the first episode you've ever heard, and please do go back. And of course, our listener, and I know you might be a viewer, who crocheted us?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The pillow. It says Quincy has a vagina face, and that was written at Fred's Burgers in Fort Worth, Texas. Best piece of graffiti we've ever seen. Quote, Quincy has a vagina face. It was there for about a decade. I don't think it's there anymore.
Yeah, go back and look at our Instagram if you would like to see that pillow crochet thing.
Oh, yeah. That's some fine needlepoint. Anyway.
Track number 9, Insomnia.
Snore fuck, fight for the other night, one right. Instead of take it to the face. I heard, get ready with the baby white.
This seems to be a song about how becoming a juggalo has the same effect on the human body as, say, prep work to star in The Machinist.
I was going to say, this song sounds a lot like somebody dared someone to write a song after not sleeping for about 40 hours.
Yeah, it does seem, based on the lyrics, like these guys do know what it feels like to not be able to sleep.
That's true.
It's, hey, I'm up in my bedroom studying doom as the sun goes up and down like a yo-yo, dope, sick, bozo, toxic, loco, pop 6 no-dos. The clock ticks slow. Don't whine.
I'm confused because the rest of this song is going to talk about how he can't sleep. But one of those lines was that he took six no-dos.
Yeah, so don't wind it or a dark demon will charge. Dislodge your skull like a spine broke. I'm curious to know if maybe he has some sort of Freddy Krueger or Freddy Krueger's situation happen. Excuse me, Freddy's Krueger situation happening.
It could be. There's possibly some drug slang. He says, don't wind it or a dark demon will charge. Dislodge your skull with a spine broke. My plug, he pulled it. My load exploded. Invoked a mind stroke. You know what? My ears was blowing out a blood red smoke. I think maybe he got shot up with heroin?
Possibly.
That's the dark demon charging. The wind up is the tie off. Dislodge your skull with a spine broke. My plug. Now, a plug is usually your drug hookup. He pulled it, so he pulled back the plunger. My load exploded, invoked a mind stroke. Tim, this sounds like getting high on H.
Yeah, but it makes it so easy to sleep, I've heard.
Oh, God, you're right. Well, maybe that's why he was popping no-dos, so he could stay awake and enjoy the high.
Oh, maybe this is about speedballs.
I mean, or any combination of drugs. I mean, you and I have spoken about this numerous times about the end result of getting too addicted to a single drug is then becoming addicted to an opposite drug in the never-ending futile quest to feel normal.
Yep.
Hilarious.
Happens every
Surrounded
time.
a meth head, astounded, cloaked. The fool inhaled it. Did it buzz him? Nope. His eyeballs popped out and got stuck down his throat. He choked. Get behind me, do the high me. I did him one better than never mind me. And while he died, I did the you can't find me. I think he was getting high out of his mind, performing, quote, spells with a meth head. That's the studying doom piece. And that guy did too much, start choking maybe on his own vomit, and he just let him die.
It happens.
Fun song. It happens quite frequently, in fact. Now I'm counting sheep, jumping off a cliff. They each committing suicide. They land in a bloody heap. Very
it keeps going
ICP
on
style.
I keep hearing that flesh smack and that meat slap, then bone snap and that heap stack.
God,
it's just
that's not comforting.
Gross. And then it gets into some Flintstone bits.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Flintstone imports Cuban cigars and yabba dabbles in cocaine. His dot bot Barney got a fly hooker for a wife. Sweet champagne Betty Jane. Now Barney's ass hot as Betty's. Pine Peckerwoods. Yeah, they lead separate lives. But if you dickin' champagne Betty at her crib, Barney watching yo ass, jacking off close by. These are things I don't remember from the cartoon, but...
Hey there, Fred. Can't quite see. Could you move over? Quiet, Barn. I'm trying to plow your wife. Yabba dabba doo. We all know. Well, quick in and out, and then I yabba dabba do it all over. God damn it, these guys are gross. They're words, not mine.
Yes.
Thoughts in my head bleeding out my orifices. Orifices?
It is orifices.
Thoughts in my head bleeding out my orifices while I'm fucking fine-ass twin porpoises. Is that a grizzly clown being eaten by my teddy bear? Of course it is. What?
I don't know.
Does he live in a haunted house or is he just not well?
I mean, he is not well. We can say that.
Oh, right. He hasn't slept. So he is seeing a grizzly clown being eaten by his teddy bear.
8 inches deep, my body outline pressed, indented in print into my mattress, laying face down, my life revolves around the sounds of my neighbors' lives, heard through the wall of my apartment. They fight, fuck, snore, fight, but the other night wasn't right. Instead of take it to the face, I heard get ready with the baby wipe. Then I heard the door bust in. 3 guys, shots, screams. I thought, this is tight.
What does the 8-inch thing have to do with anything?
8-inch indentation into a mattress. That's a level of obesity that should be concerning to a physician.
Oh, I thought he was... I did not think of that like that at all. But the part that I think... did he listen to... He's normally listening to his neighbor's fuck, but then his wife was was cheating with, I think, 2 guys, and the husband came in and killed both of the guys in the middle of the threesome.
Yeah, what's the get ready with a baby wipe then?
Well, it's a different... Well, normally it's take it to the face, and so she's fucking somebody different, so it's get ready with the baby wipe. She can't have some dude laying down thick, hot...
Okay. Their words, not yours.
Clown drippings all over their bed. Like, you come home and you're like, Mary, I don't remember dripping all over the pillowcase here, sweetie. She can't have that, Tim. So she's got the baby wipes right there to catch all that semen.
Fair enough.
But instead, he comes in, he heard the door bust in, 3 guys, shots, screams. I thought, this is tight. So 3 guys, 2 guys fucking his wife, 1 guy killing them both, and she's screaming. So then the song continues. Crying all night at dawn's first light, loud music trying to drown an electric night. Tape rip, bag zip, took a quick trip, tears drip, slipped on a slip knot, and rope gripped tight. Is he listening to a murder be covered up?
Yes.
Neat.
Track number 10. Heart and Soul featuring Vinnie Dombrowski.
Waited for the ticket down the easy road. Wish I drive love, heart and soul. Be happy.
This is the most insane song on this album.
It is wild. They use the song Heart and Soul, the debut single by British pop ensemble T'Pow, released April 1987.
Yeah.
Featuring again Vinnie from Sponge. You might have heard of their song Plow. I like it.
Violent J or Joe Brew kind of sing, I don't know, the lyrics to this, and then Vinnie does some backing vocals before they just give it to him in the chorus. And it's bizarre. It's got this weird, like, 80s jam thing to it.
It's great. It's a good song. It's not about much, so we'll move through it quickly, but I want to talk for a moment about a few stylistic choices. So, just to set the table. Something in the moonlight catches my eye. The shadow of the tombstones I roll by. They waited for the ticket down the easy road. Where's your drive, love, heart, and soul? So he's driving past the cemetery, pondering the various folks that didn't go after their dreams. They took the easy road, and now they're dead, full of regret. Despite all that no regret business earlier in the album. Let's see. The song continues, and man, the way this is delivered sounds a lot like New Kids on the Block. Like, my name is Johnny. I'm the cool one. Like, but instead it's ICP, so you get a tear in my heart to see so few try. They gave it right up, and I don't know why. Why settle for less? Shit, settle for more.
Yeah, and in the background, Vinnie is just shouting, wailing, keep us apart.
In the background, you hear, you're more than the ocean.
Yeah.
And it is distracting.
Right. But then in the chorus and pre-chorus, they just give it to him and he runs with it.
It's incredible. I think he's got a little bit of a Marilyn Manson thing. Like, what is it?
Like that little rasp kind of.
Yeah, where it's kind of, I might be too raspy to do it, where it kind of bottoms out into the gravelly, like,
yeah.
Gotta give it all your heart and soul. Gotta give it all your love to grow. Gotta give it all your heart and soul. And love is what we're fighting for.
Right. This is an ICP song. Let me ask this. Where does this fit into your huge guitar band theory?
Oh, shit. I mean, this destroys all of it. I don't know where this fits canonically in music or culture.
Fair enough.
What's even weirder, Tim, I'm very curious when we get to the reviews. I looked up professional reviews because I was like, this seems better than most of their albums. They don't exist.
No.
Professional reviewers were just like, fuck are you talking about? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, people gave up on ICP a decade ago.
It's fascinating. Not us, though. Walking on water, walking on air, they find it easier for those who care. Take advantage of the secret told, just apply mad love, heart, and soul. This is about Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Walking on water.
It's all about
advantages
Jesus,
of the secret. Who gives a shit? Track number 11, The Drunk and the Addict.
Swallow, smoke, coke, plug shit, drug shit, spliffs, riffs, pipes, burners, nugs, kids, pills.
seems to be just kind of lovingly sung about doing a bunch of drugs.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the addict's ballad.
Yep.
Let's get high, don't know low, sept on dough, so theft pronto. Must steal shit to feel shit quick. You know, pretty standard addict stuff.
We've all lived this life.
Yeah, we've all had our addiction phases, whether it was, I don't know, cocaine or heroin or possibly even some combination of the two, or maybe you got super into crafting.
Yeah.
Anyway, now Tim, I'm going to read a quick verse to you. There's a lot of words, and then I'm going to zero in on the part I give a shit about. Inject, snort, sniff, swallow, smoke, coke, plug, shit, drug, shit, spliffs, riffs, pipes, burners, nugs, kits, pills, squares, bars, all those pills, pellets, jars, sprinkler bowl, loading my Joe bowl, pills, crack piled in my black and mild, got me acting wild, shaggy guzzle, vodka styles, buzzed off crocodiles. With my crocodile skin, chewing 10 on a pen, check my photos from the pen, that meth I smoked up in my chin. All right, all that's lots of fun. I enjoyed saying it. Thanks for humoring me, Joe Bowls. Do you know what a Joe Bowl is?
No, I just
Because he
assumed
says,
that
sprinkle
was...
a bowl, load and... Oh, well, let me tell you, my friend, I went digging. A Joe Bowl is Chef Boyardee, aka canned spaghetti, with shredded cheese placed in a large bowl, heated in a microwave for 6 minutes, and then you mix in several Cheetos puffs into the bowl. For some reason, Violent J thinks this is delicious.
I mean, it does sound delicious, though, right?
No.
We should try it. Let's try it. I'm gonna try it. You can try it with me if you'd like.
I'm gonna leave the house. I be that joker, high on coca, smoking likely Iacocca. Drug buddies with Adam Roca, living El La Vida Loca. Shout out to La Coca Nostra. I be that Coke Rock roaster monster, not cause I gots to, I wants to.
Yeah.
Love the Lee Iacocca enthusiasm. I guess they love Ford and cocaine.
Absolutely. I mean, and who doesn't, right?
Sure, I want a new Bronco. You want a new Bronco. The show wants a new Bronco. Why are they so goddamn hard to find?
Also, same thing, but replace that with cocaine. I think we have a new contender for the worst description of sex on this album.
Hit me.
I sweat liquor. I call my sexy scent the intercourse. Tuck your pussy, hussy. You ain't no damn big shot. A Neddin's really just a baby bag. Until then, a cocksock.
And if anybody failed the context clues portion of their standardized testing, in that sentence, Neddin means vagina.
It does. I
guess technically like womb and the whole situation.
Well, they don't understand the difference, so it just means vagina.
Fair enough.
I kind of like the interlude skit thing, because usually I hate skits.
Oh yeah, I actually do like this one.
But here, I can definitely see these idiots doing exactly this. I don't know, do you want to read one of them and I'll read the other?
Sure, who do you want to be?
I want to be Party City. Party City?
You guys got balloons?
Oh yes, a wide variety.
You got, heroin?
Excuse me?
Heroin?
Excuse me? I can't...
Heroin! Somehow that's just in the middle of the song. Don't know why. Then he goes on to say, here's a neat fact. If I eat mad crack and repeat that back, my teeth will be a flat black. I did it. Oops, my mouth a black hole of black goop. Don't Google this. I Googled black mouth crack eating.
Oh, no.
Yeah, mistake. Don't Google that. It's not even like a Mr. Hands don't Google that where it's going to change you forever. It's really just a like, this didn't help things. Track 12. Don't touch that flower.
Is this the first song since the intro to mention the ostensible main character or theme or focus of this album?
Yeah, arguably this might have been a logical second song on the album. Or if you really wanted to place the Yum Yum Flower in context, you could have your previously on Lost in song 2, which gets you set up for the Dark Carnival. I'll allow it. But this should have been 3.
Yeah, absolutely. The lonely are most vulnerable, easy tricked, prone to her pull, fooled by her act and phony show, with promises of affection, she's quick to win one's attention, then strike with her true intentions. Seductive and tempting when needed, she'll leave your heart stabbed and bleeding. Your lust caused you to believe in the Yum Yum Flower, etc., etc. It's basically just describing the sexy lady, I don't know.
Succubus, siren, demogorgon, potted plant,
right.
Those little green things that came out of the tubes in Mario.
Yeah, it feels like what this actually is just an attack either on all women or a very specific woman, like an ex-wife, a previous loyal bitch, a juggalette queen, an ex-juggalette queen, something like that.
Tim, I think it's a judgment on sinners.
Oh.
You don't have to worry if you're not a sinner.
Fair enough.
Don't succumb to the lust. Oh, I like this. In the chorus, they say, don't think that you'll be okay. say, don't think it's cool and you're safe. Don't think you can change her ways. Don't touch that flower.
Poison.
When they say poison, it's Belle Biv DeVoe's Poison. Man, I love that fucking song. Anyway, we don't have time to talk about Belle Biv DeVoe. Oh, Tim, there is a line that made me think of you. You thought you were the one exception till your skull joins her collection. Demon face, her true reflection. Yum Yum.
What's interesting about you saying that also made me think of me.
Okay, that's an odd reaction. Are you still collecting and or selling skulls?
Oh God, no. No, I've lost my skull to an attractive flower. It's happened more than once. Track number 13, Slapnut, sometimes called the Jokester.
Live in my brain, don't mean to change, like cobras remain. Where you find a feeling is who we became.
We opened with a music box and some new metal guitar over top. Very unclear what this song is about, and it's one of my least favorite.
Yeah, this is something I wrote. What is this? There's...
I'll call out like 3 things in this song, and then we can just keep moving.
Okay.
Thunder and lightning, a bolt with a jolt. Find me hung in your bedroom and croaked on the rope. But us jokesters got jokes, and we choke your throat broken. Was hoping to cope with the goats, but fuck no, you won't. Is this a therapy goat reference?
A what?
Was hoping to cope with the goats, but fuck no, you won't. Tim, are you not familiar with therapy goats?
Or is this like a goat you get to hang out with so that you feel better?
It's a bunch of little goats you get to hang out with.
Garrett.
What?
Let's go goating.
Okay. I would love to go goating.
Oh, I just want to lay on my back. Just let them stomp on me.
I want that too.
Bite my clothes.
Yep.
This is an extremely repetitive song where they yell out 3 lines of stuff that doesn't relate to each other. It's not internally consistent. And then they say Slapnut Jokesters. That's pretty much the song until the outro.
Sure. And in the outro, it ends with 90 seconds of noise, laughing on a loop that makes me want to go insane, and a series of fucks that I can't fully understand.
53 of them.
It is maybe worse than fuck, motherfucker, fuck, noich, fuck, noich.
I would argue it's definitely worse than that because that's great.
Track 14, Bitch, I'm Fine.
Plus, I'm told my heart is swollen and could explode in me. They can fix my pillow.
I like that this confirms a lot of the diagnoses and related juggalo filthiness that we have credited them with over the years. Like, we were right.
Yeah, they're finally admitting it.
Yeah.
And honestly, Tim, I really like this song. All right, let's just get into it. Woe is me. Shit gets colder for ninjas old as me. I'm pigeon-toed with corroded fucking folded feet. Plus, I got molded teeth, knees bowed, can't hold the load of me. Plus, I'm told my heart is swollen and could explode in me. I don't think it'll explode. It might rip horribly.
They can
but I don't think it'll explode. God damn. And so that sets the table. He's getting older. He knows that he may die someday. And then things get ridiculous. It is basically what I'm calling a differential rap worthy of an episode of House. He says, I got scoliosis, microcytosis, severe psychosis, doses of osmosis with hellified halitosis. Got them Crohn's in my bones, infected veins in my brains, hepatitis A, B, C, and 33 other strains. Bitches gave me Siamese, syphilis, and Croatian chlamydia, gonorrhea, diarrhea, leaving britches shittier. I'm a dyslexic, anorexic, hectic epileptic with hellified bent egg dick, but check it. I'm not entirely familiar with all of those ailments. Like bent egg dick is new to me.
Oh, I believe that's Paner's disease.
Paner's disease.
It's a scarring of the penis that leaves it horrifically bent. They go on. Shit, I got some ulcers, got that Alzheimer's, arthritis, and amnesia, acne, slack jaw, slap face, plus the mumps of Melanesia. I caught rosacea in Malaysia, plus Peru's blue flu, Indonesian sneezing's the reason I'm freezing in Oahu, laryngitis, gingivitis, bronchitis, and gastritis, meningitis, tonsillitis with chronic elephantitis. My dick is spitting sticky liquid that sizzles on contact in New Guinea. Something bit me. I'm thinking a wombat. Got the measles and chickenpox. Broke another toe kicking rocks. They calling me Sir Sick-a-Lot. Should keep my dick up in a sock. Heartbeat is speeding quick. And now, see, this is the problem because he says heartbeat is speeding quick. Now, we have talked about his AFib previously. I suspect all of these are real.
Oh my. Now, if so, Tim, that makes this song even better because despite all of these ailments, the chorus goes, bitch, I'm fine. Peep me while I gets my boogie on. Even when it's pouring, I still shine. You dig the way I gets my boogie on? I said, bitch, I'm fine. Peep me while I gets my boogie on. Even underwater, I still shine. You dig the way I get my boogie on? Tim, that's a great attitude. And I love the phrase, "Peep me while I gets my boogie on."
I think this is an anthem of diseased empowerment.
Finally, somebody's speaking out for the minority of people that are racked with multiple first-time diagnosed ailments simultaneously. These people are a minority.
I feel like he's got the Mr. Burns disease. He's just got everything.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not a cartoon, so he is moments from death. Now, most importantly, and the last thing I want to talk about is a very not interesting line, except, let me read it. "I'm not hallucinating. No use in debating or waiting. It's only truth I'm stating. Joey Utzler they hatin'. But," and I don't care about the rest of it because, Tim, I don't know if you picked up on the game I'm playing right now, but I didn't read that the way it's read in the song. I read it the way you say it, the way that you've abbreviated it. All these years, as you've said Joey Utz or Joe Utz, you should have been saying Joey Utzler. It's Utes. It's Joey Utes.
No, Garrett, when you add or remove letters, oftentimes that changes the emphasis. So, for example, you would say vaginal, but you would never say vagina, right? You remove a letter, and all of a sudden you have to say it differently.
This is close to accurate. That was my big moment. Track number 15, Carnival of Lights. This opens with fireworks for some reason and has the sound of a leaky faucet in the background the entire time.
Several songs again on this album have this exact same feature, but the chorus appears to be from a completely normal song that is attempting to be commercially viable music, and then the verses are about doo-doo stains and fat bitches and dick lips and slap nuts and poop nerds and dork dicks and poop dicks and droop tits and weak butts and meat sluts and fat turds and skeet mouths and such.
Snozberries do in fact taste like snozberries. The song goes, "What up, doe, slick? You sick of that bullshit? The same old shit from that dick and his whole clique? About to go get your shit and spit the full clip? You're sick of getting hoed? About to explode? It don't quit. Sick of getting dissed, pissed on, you're pissed off? This shit can list off. About to slice your wrists off." So it's about getting bullied, Tim. It's about looking for somebody or a place to belong, I think. Possibly a Carnival of Lights. Who cares? You came first in a nerd fest. Your beard has a bird's nest. You pierced a nipple on your third breast. This the Carnival of Carnage, illuminated. Walk right into your light, boy. You made it. Tim, they take all kinds. There's a bunch of reasons you may be an outcast, but you may join the crew of the Juggalo because, as they've said, it's about family.
Yeah.
We got you. Our wagons take you to a place where they rejoice your voice and celebrate your face. We got you. Climb aboard and discover your sisters and your brothers and significant others. We got you. Ride's free, and it's free to get in. This is a cult, right?
Yep. And soon it will be the dominant religion on our planet.
Whatever shape you be, you perfectly fit in, because we can see your soul is shining bright, and we're the Carnival of Lights. The Carnival of Lights. This is the Carnival of Lights. We are the Carnival of Lights. Won't you be a part of the Carnival of Lights? And then they list all of the various people that Tim just listed that may join their non-judgmental group. God, this really does sound like a cult. Or predominant religion come 2034, led by me. Losers, users, boozers. What's a poop nerd?
We think it's somebody that's like very scientific and into poop.
Well, I don't want to be friends with that guy. You know what? If we start this group, poop nerds aren't invited.
Yeah, that's fair.
Boy, you know what? Talk about questions you never knew to ask.
Yeah.
I'm adding that to the intern interview. It ends with a marimba solo that nobody saw coming that sounds an awful lot like the Apple ringtone.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yep.
Track 16, Ain't No Time, featuring Roadside Ghost.
This is another attempt at an actual song.
Yeah, and we are definitely Alice in Chainsing here. This is ICP's version of harmonizing, and it is weird.
Yeah. It seems to be a song about a breakup that ends in both biting and gunplay.
It is all over the place. Let's see. It says, "Ain't no time that don't know, change is inevitable. It won't be long. Ain't no time that don't know, love is extinguishable." And then it's gone. So this is a breakup story. We know it well. The song goes, "I feel it happening. I'm feeling trapped again. It's not just in my head. Somewhere we made a turn. And then in came concern. Words cut deep and they bled." Had a couple of arguments. They knew things weren't going really well. Maybe during one of those arguments, a couple of folks said things they can't take back. Now, Tim, are you a mean breaker-upper? We've never really talked about this.
No.
No, you don't strike me as one. Weirdly, like, all right, if that's the way you feel about most things, except for when you're not, and then you are fighty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I will bite and engage in gunplay if the situation calls for it.
Interesting. Song continues. "What's left to be said when when you've been left for dead and soulmates hate instead. Okay. First it was arguments, now you've been left for dead. We got a Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing going on here?
No, I think he's being overly dramatic.
Oh, what a pussy hole lip.
Jesus. Well, not really, because she bites him and then brings an AR-15, so it continues, you used to love my face, and now that ain't the case. How is it you just bit me? The rumor's factual now. You're spitting actual rounds with the AR-15. You went from marrying me to dreams of burying me. This whole shit is sickening. Jumped off from me to him, and then from him to them. I'm meeting my reckoning.
All right, she's hoeing herself out, and hey, we are not here to slut shame. If you want to fuck multiple people, feel free. That's pretty cool. But not if you're in a monogamous relationship. That's not
Not
cool.
if you've agreed not to.
Right, there it is. Well put. If you've agreed with somebody else to not fuck other people and then you do, that's not cool.
Nope.
Just be honest. And frankly, I think they'll appreciate the frank and honest manner in which you've told them. Wait, no, hold on. That's a different song. Anyway, I can't believe that you tricked me. You're Ned and Hole strictly, move me all the way up in you with all my shit, then evict me. But now your powers are gone because all your juices are spoiled and hell's ready and waiting on your soul you soiled.
Gross.
Juices are spoiled?
I don't. Just
Who cares? Track 17, the final track, the most interesting track? Something to see.
Called me with a situation. He told me sit down, but had me pacing. He said my eyeball.
This is the track I think that confirms that deep down, these are sweet boys.
Instantly, unmistakable. You can hear the 1985 pop single, Something About You, by the band Level 45, and it is confounding.
Yeah, it's very strange. It begins, motherfuckers think they seen some shit in life, and that's good. I did too, right before I busted. Because the question is, if you could only look at one more motherfucking sight, what the fuck you trying to peep? These are sweet boys, Garrett. These are secretly really sensitive emo butterfly boys.
I mean, they're sitting around asking slumber party questions. Hey, Joe. Yeah, Joey? What's the last thing you'd want to see if you were going to go blind tomorrow? Ooh, good question.
A butthole.
Probably.
That's not me saying that.
No.
We will get
their
there.
words. Okay, the song goes, my doctor called me with a situation. He told me sit down, but had me pacing. He said my eyeballs will soon go blind. Shut up, Tim.
The doctor did not say my eyeballs will soon go blind.
He said my eyeballs will soon go blind, with no way to stop and skip or rewind. Suggested that I take some flights, travel to peep my favorite sights. He said try to think about where I'd like to be, the last sight I'll ever see. That sets up the proposition of this entire song.
Yeah, but it's really not smart, though. I feel like if you know in the next 2 seconds you're going to go blind, or like, let's say you know that on like Monday you're going blind, try not to be on a mountaintop somewhere when that happens. It's going to be hard to get down, even if it is
or at
something
least
nice
bring a trusted friend.
Yeah.
That's important. Now, Tim, this did get me obviously thinking, what would I like to see? Or at least it doesn't have to be the last thing, but what would I like to see before I went blind if my eyeballs were about to go blind? We'll start with the more traditional. I have never seen the pyramids. I'd like to see the pyramids. I would also like to see a gas station explode. I would like to see a hippo fight a bear, but
good.
it has to happen naturally.
Yeah, no, you can't just put them together.
Yeah, I don't want it to
They
be
have to
cool.
stumble upon each other, yeah.
Yeah, seems unlikely. I would really like to fill your Ford Mustang with fireworks and light it in a field.
See, that was one of the things I was going to say, is definitely Mustang explosion.
Yeah, we've been planning that for years. If anyone's confused, Tim used to have a Ford Mustang. Hilarious. And it was the bane of our existence at times.
Yeah.
And one day we will explode it.
I mean, sadly, I think I've seen the greatest sight I will ever see.
Quincy has a vagina face.
Oh, that is nice. I would like to go take the pilgrimage and look back one more time. No, Garrett, one time in Austin, my freshman year in college, you know those trucks that carry cars?
Yeah.
I was
I remember this.
4 cars behind one of these, and I saw one of them jackknife and just launch cars, like a Michael Bay movie, just launch cars onto other cars and onto the rest of the freeway. And I cannot
There's no topping that.
justify making that happen again just for my last vision, but yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. My next one is a domesticated koala bear.
Oh, I can make
think
that
they look
happen.
like, really?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think they look like little physics professors. 2 more. 1, I would like to see at least 350 people pay to see us do this show live at once.
Well, hopefully you
All
won't
at
go
once.
blind for a while.
Let's hope. And I would like to see my enemies kneel before me of their own free will.
I would like to see my enemies crushed before me.
Yeah, that's the difference between you and I. So Tim, I don't really care about the rest of this. He lists a whole bunch of other things you might want to see before you go blind, or they might even be things he has seen, and so he feels fortunate. But the part that we need to spend time on before we wrap up the longest episode ever is the chorus. May I sing it?
Yes, please.
I'm going to try. I may not be able to.
If you had to choose one vision as your last one, what would you want to see before your eyes go blind?
Oof, that blind's tough. And then, of course, they answer,
A sea of juggalos and juggalettes. Gross.
yes, I want to see all the family crazy, whoop whoop tonight. Each and every one of you, I want it burned into my mind.
They also want to see Fago, their gross ladies, juggalos, fighting their dad, wrestling, Woodstock 99. These are good memories.
Last thing I'm going to mention, and then I hope we can wrap it up. The curious lines, because them doo-doo peepers you got connected to that brain, you know, them jelly orbs catching a ride in that bitch-ass face, could burn out and die. And once they do, them motherfuckers ain't never coming back.
This is like the magnets. They don't understand the concept of eyes.
I mean, they call them doo-doo peepers. What does that mean?
I think they mean the peepers, but they're doo-doo because they're bad. They're going bad. They're shitty peepers. I
see.
only want to focus on the line, I know ninjas like to see pretty-ass sunsets.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not allowed to associate with ninjas, so I don't actually know.
Listeners, write in. hatePodMail@gmail.com. Show us a lovely painting of a ninja enjoying a sunset. We'd like to see it.
Oh, yes, please do.
And again, let me just say one more time, because I don't know that we truly spent the time it deserves on it, but we've been doing this for 8 hours, so I'm just going to say it. This song is based pretty tightly around the 1985 pop single Something About You by Level 45.
Yeah.
But it's about losing your sight.
Yes.
Tim, how did this do?
There are no numbers for this.
Fantastic. What did people think of it?
Well, there are 11 total ratings, 4.5 out of 5 stars on average, 77% 5-star, 0% 1-star. This did not even get a rating by that lady whose son died and then was buried in ICP gear, and then she became a fan of their music. I read the same review every album because she posted on every album, and then you delete it most of the time because, and I'm quoting here, it's a real bummer.
Yeah.
Jonathan R. Parlow, October 31st, 2021.
That sounds like a murderer. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, but
Tonight,
like
authorities arrested Jonathan Parlow after finding 4 women's remains buried in his backyard.
I have been listening to this group since I was 8 in 1997 when The Great Milenko came out. I have been a huge fan ever since. Teachers and other kids' parents didn't agree with my music choice, but fuck them. Anyway, the last few albums after Bang Boom Pow just really weren't my jam. They seemed maybe tired or they were losing their spark. This album has renewed life back into it, and it's fantastic. I would definitely recommend listening to this album and bring your subs. There's some heavy bass on this album.
Is there?
Whoop whoop, 5 out of 5 stars.
Tim, have you watched the Juggalo that jumps into stuff on Twitter?
Oh god, yeah, it's amazing. Into horrible, horrible things. Yeah.
You know what? I've been watching him now for about a year. Kudos to him. He's got hot sauce t-shirts, live events. I mean, he's doing great,
Yeah.
but all he's doing is just jumping onto microwaves and barbed wire.
Yep.
Anyway, go ahead.
Gator reviewed the same day, titled his review, definitely his review, An Inconsistent Roller Coaster. The intro absolutely slams. It sets the tone for the whole record. Sadly, the very first song completely undoes everything the intro set up, so I guess it doesn't set the tone for the whole record. It takes the tone in the complete opposite direction. There is a lack of continuity throughout the album, with each song being its own entity. Joker's Cards albums typically have a running theme throughout the entire album, but this album just feels pieced together with songs and subject matter that vary too much to be considered part of the overall message of the Yum Yum Flower character. The beats, the music, the delivery, nothing is consistent. And that is a shame because the intro sets up this album perfectly. 3 out of 5 stars.
That guy was really signing on for the Yum Yum of it all.
Oh yeah, he saw the
So
cover
disappointed.
and judged based on that.
Any other reviews?
No.
Great reviews, Tim. Who is this for?
Monochromatic, colorless stink clowns. And us, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, I would agree. Us. It's for us. They made this for us. I don't think they're going to make another one. This is their icky thump.
Oh, they've announced 3 EPs for next year.
I don't care.
Fair enough.
All right, that brings us to final thoughts. Oh my God, Tim.
No.
No?
No. Keep moving.
Oh, interesting. That's your final thought.
Yep. Keep it moving.
I'm going to say check it out. No. You know what? I'm going to say check out the last track.
The first and the last. The first one sets up the album very nicely.
Fair enough. Oh, also, it's too long. It should have been 12 tracks. Anyway, okay. Tim, do you hate this album?
No, I hate the length of it, but it's so weird and odd and confusing. It was
Great.
more interesting to listen to than your typical ICP album. I cannot hate it. We'll never listen to this again. What about you, Garrett? Do you hate Insane Clown Posse's Yum Yum Bedlam?
No, sir, I don't. But just like you, I will never listen to this again.
Fair enough.
Oh my God, we did it. Merry ICPmas or Pissmas, depending on who you ask. If you can, folks, reach out to us. hatePodMail@gmail.com or hatepod.com. Click on contact us. Or we're on Twitter. That's album hatepod. Instagram, it's hatepod. You want to find Garrett? He's on Twitter at gharveytweets, and I want to hear from you. Please reach out to us. Hope you had a good break. Enjoy your holidays. All right, let's wrap it up. For Why I Hate This Album, I have been one of your hosts, Garrett Harvey.
I have been the other, Gordon Ebersol, and on June 28th, 2014, Garrett P. Harvey said, I assume you're hollow?
There's cowboys running through my dreams. Nothing's quite the way it seems. I joined the Navy, got kicked out in a week. My facial features aren't distinct. Try to find some meaning in these songs. The genius is a genius, got it wrong. No, it's a lobster murder sex thing. It's the bleaching of the rear. A full assault on both your ears. The riffs are too repetitive. The lyrics make no sense. All the songs are B-sides. The cover art's a mess. Listen to it for a week. Now that week has passed. It's the Why I Hate This Album podcast with Tim and Garrett.
Merry Icy Pissmas, everyone.
Paymas!
Are you saying penis? Okay, neither am I.